Roe and welcome to the Sheer Luck Show. Today we're catching up with a Hollywood A-lister, chatting new season fashion, what's new in wellness, and sharing all the things we are loving right now. Plus, we spend a day behind the scenes with the Sheer Luxe team. But first, let me introduce our wonderful guests. I'm joined by wellness guru and Pilates extraordinaire Bryony Deery, fashion editor Flora MacDonald Johnston, plus florist and content creator Kasia Chinery. Welcome, ladies.
Hey.
I love this lineup. I always think when we have our banter just before we kind of go live, it's often the juiciest.
We need to save it for the show.
I know.
We've all got to
to
stop
read it
spilling
every
the tea
time.
before the
I know,
camera
we just
comes
need to
in.
be silent.
Done the mic check where we say what we've had for breakfast. I mean, honestly, guys, the
Missing all the
goal.
good stuff.
That's the most interesting part.
I love hearing that.
I love
I was
hearing
like,
that
writing
stuff.
down, what does Bryony have for
I
lunch?
know, but
Okay.
I feel very judged with the wellness guru. I was like, coffee's not acceptable.
No, it is. Coffee's good for you. Coffee's fine.
We are half in, 1 foot into autumn and 1 foot back, and I feel like the Hodge behind the camera is looking so beaut in her
really are.
Pippa Holt caftan. So she's still holiday vibes. So am I.
I've gone a bit emo grunge, but kind
Oh.
of summer. And I'm okay with that.
Can you get your shoe up? I love these.
They look
ballet
so
pumps?
They're Zara.
They are so comfortable. I feel like I can dance everywhere. I love it.
You
But
should.
they're just for this season. I don't think you can get away with it. As it gets colder, you can't wear these shoes.
No splish splashing in the puddles.
No, there's no structure to them.
You did talk about that waistcoat last time you were on, and now you're wearing it.
I've got so many versions of this waistcoat. It's getting out of control. I've got the velvet version. I've got a pinstripe version. I've got a knit version, all from Align, the brand I love.
A knit version.
If they make it, I'll
It's
buy
so
it.
nice.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
It's
cool.
out of control.
Guys, I want to talk about what's new in wellness.
Ta-da!
Bryony, we all were like, oh, she's looking fresh.
Oh, thank you.
Tell us about wellness. What should we be on to?
Okay, so September is kind of a mini January. I always feel like everyone is just obviously indulged in the summer and they're wanting a big reset in September. So there's so many things going on, I feel like. But one thing is electrolytes. So that was also popular during the summer. People are really realizing how dehydrated they are, basically, especially from drinking all summer, lots of rosé. So I actually saw people taking electrolytes to beach clubs and having it like in between their rosés and stuff.
Wow.
So electrolytes, I
That's
love.
just so it's great.
I know.
But it's like this younger generation.
I know. It's hilarious.
I feel like our parents who were partying in the 60s and 70s were like, oh, boring. But maybe it's very clever.
No, honestly, I was at a lunch and my friend's daughter just like put an electrolyte in my drink and she was like, there you go. You'll thank me in the morning. I was like,
Wow. It is so, isn't it?
yeah, it's so good. And I love Arta Health. They have a really good electrolyte.
How do you spell that?
ARTAH. Arta.
Oh,
I've
yes.
seen
Yes,
them online.
really
I've seen it
good.
online.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. And then also every day I have coconut water in so I don't have milk in my smoothies. I have a coconut water. So that I find it, I love a thick creamy smoothie, but I get that from the avocado or banana rather than the milk because you don't really taste the milk. So I add coconut water in to get the natural boost of electrolytes. And then I also have Arta. So yeah, big trend on boosting hydration.
It's really random because I was Googling electrolytes yesterday because I was like, I just feel really dehydrated.
Yeah.
My skin and...
Honestly, you notice such a difference. Also recovery, exactly, heat now, so important. During the heat wave to have your electrolytes, boost your hydration, your recovery is going to be better. You'll also just feel your skin is a bit more bouncy and fresh. So yeah, electrolytes. I've got a little note thing here. What else? Small daily habits. So I think I've recently gotten into TikTok. Well, I don't think I feel so old on TikTok, by the way. But anyway, I'm trying to get into it. But I love watching TikToks. And it's all about small daily habits. Have you read the book Atomic Habits?
No.
Girls, read this book.
Yeah, we're behind.
We're having a September.
I need to get my
Okay, so-
electrolytes. I need to get this book.
Exactly. So Atomic Habits will definitely help you. So it's basically about how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So that could be from, not snoozing your alarm, just waking up, putting your phone in a different room. That will have a knock-on effect. So these small changes and healthy habits throughout your day kind of create this higher version of yourself. So everyone's talking about these small habits adding up. So yeah, for me, I mean, I feel like my whole day is full of these kind of like little routines that I have, but I create stations in my apartment that kind of make those things easier. For example, I have like a little matcha station in the morning and I put my collagen there. So I just kind of like everything's there, ready to go. I have like a supplement station. I'm just like, my boyfriend thinks I'm completely insane. So yeah, small daily habits. What else have we got?
That's less intimidating then, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Than trying to create a whole new you, and
You've
not
got to
knowing
make
where
it
to
easy,
start.
otherwise
Yeah.
you're just not going to do it, are you?
Yeah.
So if you do section it, it becomes easier.
And
Because
as you said, like add to it, because if you try and do it all at once, like what you'll do it for 3 days, then you give up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think exactly what you said, adding, rather than just, okay, I need to restrict myself and take all these things away, think of what you can add in and do it in a nice, fun way, whether it's like going for a walk with a friend, or I don't know, just doing something healthier, like a healthier version of your day. I always say to myself, look, I know it's so simple, but if I'm putting something off, I'm like, don't be lazy, come on. And I just say that and I just go and do my thing. Another book that's amazing is No Excuses. So No Excuses, you can kind of imagine what it's about. But Atomic Habits, No Excuses. And the last one is Sober September. I feel like everyone is kind of off drinking for September or being a bit more mindful.
Yeah.
Some people are having a delayed start.
I was about to say, it's like
That's fine.
fashion month. That won't be happening.
I said that to my mum and dad the other day. I said, I'm not drinking for September. They were like, you were literally drinking yesterday. I was like, yeah, after the 1st of September.
I forget that I've told myself
Yes,
to do that.
same.
And then I'm like,
Someone offers you a
fancy
drink
it.
and you're like, yeah, I'll have a rose. They'd be like, oh, no.
And then someone's
No,
like,
I
you do realise it's the 15th? And you're like, oh.
It is hard, but yeah, once you kind of do it a few more, like last night I went to 22. Normally I'd be having margaritas or a red wine, but I just ordered a mint tea. And I was with this big group of people. They were all drinking a lot and I was just sipping my mint tea. And I feel like the more you do it, the more it just kind of becomes normal. So sober curious. And I feel like that's a big thing in LA as well.
Very
isn't
much
it?
so.
And also just being mindful and choosing when you actually want to have a drink rather than feeling the pressure of the situation or whatever. Like, do you want a margarita tonight? I know that.
I think that is so hard when you're with friends and someone goes,
Yes.
oh, go on, like we'll get a carafe or get a whatever. And then you're like, oh, fine, but it's only a Tuesday and actually you said you wouldn't do it till Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
that social
definitely
pressure,
bad at
isn't
that.
it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
hard though, because those are sometimes the best nights.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that sort of
Yeah.
on impulse, you can have the best fun ever. I think it depends. And then you shouldn't be beating yourself up for that
No.
either. It's
Yeah.
a tricky one, but then I agree with you. If you sort of need to think ahead. When I was pregnant, there's no choice, so it doesn't bother you because you go in knowing you're not going to drink because you
Yes.
can't, or you know, not much. And and I think that when you are, you know, obviously you do have that choice. It's probably worth thinking about it before, so that you're not. If you don't want to be tempted, then you won't be.
Yeah, exactly. And don't get me wrong, if you're in the moment and you're having an amazing time and you want to have a drink, then definitely do it. But it's kind of just being more mindful in each situation rather than just, oh, I'm going out, that means I'm drinking. Well, why does it have to mean that? And also maybe telling your friends, listen, guys, I'm trying to be really good. Don't try and get me to have a drink. Like, we're in this together kind of vibe. So, and also just say, no, I'm not drinking. Like, you guys crack on. Like, your night doesn't depend on me drinking. So, yeah.
Have you got any, because you mentioned Fashion Month, and I used to do Fashion Month, and it is hectic, it's exhausting. Any wellness tips for surviving that?
I mean, just to be honest, it was like the supplements every day with Fashion Month, a lot of Baroccas and things like that going down. And also, as you said, like hydration and water, especially by the time you get to Paris, and there won't be enough time to eat, but there's always enough time to have a quick drink. And then by the time you get to the end of the day, you've had 5 glasses of wine. And then after you've done that for a week, it's just exhausting. So my thing is actually not September being sober, but at the end of September, usually the beginning of October, I have a sober month. And that's like my recovery time from all the Fashion Month thing.
Yeah.
But I think you have to be so mindful of your sleep and, you know, if you're traveling around all the time, only choosing the dinners you really actually want to go to.
Yeah.
the Pilates you really actually want to go to. And obviously that does decrease like over time. First time you go, you're like yes to everything.
Yeah.
But if you don't sleep and you don't have that rest, I don't think you can ever really truly survive it.
Yeah, I remember my friend always used to be like, robe time tonight. And she would be like, I'm staying in, robe on, in hotel.
Amazing.
Room set, because you need those nights off otherwise.
You need to
Hectic.
recharge. I don't know how you have all of those kind of social interactions throughout the day, and you're so on, and then how do you keep going for a month? I wouldn't be able to do it. I have to have that alone time, recharge. And
I think that's like on the flights and like the Eurostar, like you just sit
in silence. Yeah.
When all the
No
editors
social
come back from
interaction.
Paris, like everyone's on like the same 3 trains. No one speaks to each
Yeah.
other. It's like, I love you, but I'm done.
Yeah.
I'll see you in February.
The social battery is low.
It's nice knowing you.
Yeah, exactly.
And Kasia, you're into hot Pilates.
I love it. I've got
Oh,
this
wow.
Mat.
No, it's on the mat. It's like Inferno Hip Pilates. So it's hip but with Pilates principles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where
it's
is
an amazing
that?
studio near me in Essex.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's like a little bit, it's like a cult. It's so lovely. It's like the same people go every week. You get to know everyone. I absolutely love it. Like I finally found my thing. Like I've never really been
I love
into
that.
exercise. I don't like the gym. But this, I just love it. And that's my wellness.
And it's called Inferno Pilates.
So yeah, Inferno Hip Pilates. I think there's a few places that do it in London, but this one is really good in Essex. And yeah.
Bryony,
my
you
God,
need to
amazing.
try it.
Yeah, I'm going to. I love going and trying new
Yeah,
classes. It's so fun.
it's fun. I mean, once you get through the first class, because it's 40 degrees, so
Yeah.
once you get through that,
Yeah.
but psychologically, I always put my mat near the door so that if I need to leave, I'm closest
Yeah.
to the door.
That's amazing.
Yeah. How close am I to the door? But yeah, I love it.
It's quite a
great.
mental challenge getting through that heat as
Yes,
well.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you
amazing.
guys. Wow, so many amazing tips. I'm very inspired to start a health kick, starting with my electrolytes. Next up, we had the pleasure of speaking to an A-list movie star when the gorgeous actress Naomie Harris came by and chatted to Georgie about all things fashion, beauty, travel and more.
I am thrilled to be joined today by one of the UK's most respected actresses. Welcome, Naomie Harris.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. You look glorious. You are bringing the sunshine today to
Oh,
me.
thank you.
We're going to talk about fashion. We're
Yeah.
here to talk about your collaboration with Omnes. Have you always loved fashion?
So I used to, as a child, design clothes. And I didn't know where it came from, this kind of desire to design. And I only recently reconnected with my father because my father was never in my life growing up. And so I reconnected with him about 5 years ago, and I had no idea that he was actually a fashion designer. So it was actually in my blood.
It was in your blood
Yeah.
all along. Incredible. I love that he's a fashion designer. That's so cool. How do you describe your own style now? Do you feel like you have your own personal fashion style?
I definitely think I'm about clean silhouettes, very modern. Sexy is important to me as well. Comfort
love that
is
you said
important.
that.
No, but I think it's really important. I think
love
let's
that you-
celebrate. We're beautiful as women, and let's celebrate our form and be sensual with it. Why not?
I love that. I've been following this Middle Eastern influencer, and she always talks about sexy. She's also hugely successful. So I love that you can still be a strong, successful, driven woman
Absolutely.
and want to look sexy.
Yeah.
That's really cool. How's your style evolved over the years?
Well, I started off having terrible fashion sense.
I think it's a rite of passage.
I literally look back in horror at some of the outfits that I wore, but I have great sympathy. I was very young and starting out and trying to work the red carpet. It's not easy getting it right on the red carpet when you're in your 20s. So I've learnt a lot.
High pressure. I had a fairly dubious T-shirt with a slogan "I won't repeat" and a silver dress, and I look back and think, my God, you've got to start somewhere. What's your off-duty look? I mean, you're known for red carpet fashion. Obviously, you've done this incredible collaboration with Omnes, but what about off the red carpet? What are you wearing at home on a chilled day?
I actually wear things like this, genuinely, because I really love a simple floaty dress. It makes me feel really feminine and really comfortable, and that's where I'm happiest.
And do you wear jeans? Do you wear tailoring?
Yeah, I wear jeans quite a bit, but at home, yeah, I'm all about the summery, floaty dress. No matter what season it is, by the way. Even in winter, I'm still wearing summer dresses around the house.
And what about on a night out that isn't red carpet? What do you wear on a night out?
Oh,
Something sexy.
no, on a night out, I think you've got to really go for it. You know,
I'm with you.
I think you've got to really dress up,
More
wear
is
those
more.
high heels.
More is more.
Yeah,
Forget Coco Chanel, pile it all on like a Christmas tree.
Absolutely, I'm right with you.
And what about brands? Are there brands that you go to time and time again? Are there any high street brands you're a fan of? And obviously higher end?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, given my collaboration with Omnis, I love Omnis, but I genuinely do. The collaboration actually came about because I approached them.
Oh,
because
really?
because their ethos really aligns with my own. So I'm genuinely a fan of Omnis.
And that ethos is what?
Well, it's about inclusivity, basically, because Omnis stands for all. So it's size inclusive, price inclusive, as well as sustainable and ethical as well. And that's what I'm all about. So,
Amazing.
yeah.
Amazing. And what about other brands that you're a fan of? Are there British designers that you
Yeah,
go to
I
time
love
again?
Amelia Wickstead. I think she's incredible. I love her use of colour and patterns and her simplicity of shapes. I love that. And I love Mary Contranzu as well.
God, she's amazing, isn't she? Can we talk about beauty? You're glowing today.
Thank you.
The gold jewellery and the sort of orange dress look amazing. And
Sean Lee.
Are
Absolutely.
they?
Yes.
They're fab.
Love Sean Lee.
Yeah, fab. Tell me about your beauty approach. What's your approach to beauty? Has it changed over the years?
Well, I used to do absolutely nothing to my skin at all. It was literally like a simple moisturizer, wash, cleanse. I mean, the thing is that I would do, which I'm really so grateful for, is I would always cleanse at night. So that's great. But other than that, I would just leave my skin alone. But now that I'm 46, I realise that I need a bit of a boost. So
I mean, I need your skincare regime in my life, Naomie.
No, but I started seeing a wonderful facialist called Karen Bartoff. She's in Notting Hill, and she uses like lasers, and because I don't want to get into the whole like filling my face or any of that kind of thing. And so she does all these natural kind of lifts, which are incredible. So now I'm all about that.
Well, something's working, I can tell you. And what about products? Are there products that you swear by that you go back to time and time again?
Yeah, I would say absolutely Environ. Environ is amazing.
Yes,
as
Environ's
skincare.
a great brand.
Yeah.
South African, isn't it?
I would also say Lima as well. They brought out a new skincare range, which is incredible. Their serum and cream,
Yeah, it is good.
I highly recommend.
It's really good.
And then I would also say use red light therapy. So I use the mask on my hands as well as my face. It's just 10 minutes, but it really makes a difference.
How
It's
often do you
incredible.
do it?
It's every day.
Do you do it every day?
I don't do it every day, but I should do it every day.
Nearly.
I do it about 3 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what have you got on today? You're glowing. There's some shimmer going on that I'm loving. Your cheeks
I
look
have
amazing.
no idea because my makeup artist did my makeup today.
Damn it. Well, we need to hook up with her. We need her secrets. How do you feel when it comes to progress in fashion, in beauty? We were talking about this a little bit before we came on air. Fashion maybe has a way to go.
I think fashion has a way to go, definitely in terms of sustainability, 100%, because I think there's this perception that if something's sustainable, it has to be expensive. And I think that's what the great thing about Omnis is it's showing that it doesn't have to be expensive. It can be incredibly accessible and affordable. I mean, this collection that I've done with Omnis starts at a price point of £75, which
amazing.
is incredible. So I think that the fashion industry has a long way to go in that respect.
And beauty?
And in beauty, what I'm really excited about is how inclusive the beauty industry has become. And I really think Rihanna's Fenty made a huge difference in that respect.
I've just been in the US actually, and I was in Sephora yesterday, and I was like, I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, when you see it, she's so at the forefront.
Yeah,
it's so
absolutely.
cutting edge. It's so inclusive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
and
amazing.
she's made over $1 billion,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
phenomenal.
huge because it shows the industry there's a market out there. You know, people did not feel represented, and now that they have the opportunity to buy the right skin colours for them, they do so.
And even you see Glossier, relaunching products with so many more shades. I think there is real progress in the beauty industry. Sort of agree with you. Fashion, it's still has a way to go. Can we talk about what you always carry in your handbag? What 3 things do you always carry in your handbag?
Gosh, in my handbag.
You can't say your phone or your keys.
Oh, I can't say my phone or my keys. Okay. Well, today I am carrying a flask.
Oh.
Which is quite bizarre, but
What's in the flask?
I just love hot liquids. Okay. So I just have tea in my flask.
Tea.
Yeah, and I carry that around. That's really important to me. And then what else would I carry? I'm all about blush. So I think even if I'm having a no makeup day, I just love a bit of blush and a bit of mascara, and then you're good to go.
Looking alive.
So, yeah.
Any blush favourites?
I love Kia Weiss. I love all Kia Weiss products.
I didn't know these. I need to check them out.
Kia Weiss is like non-toxic and more natural, and yeah, it's a incredible product.
Can I ask you your favourite destination to travel to in the world?
India. I usually go to India once a year.
Do you?
I go for a month. I switch my phone off and I have no technology whatsoever have you. And I just chill out and relax, and it's incredible.
God, sounds it. What are you reading right now?
So at the moment I'm reading Decolonizing My Body by Afua Hirsch, and I feel very privileged because I'm actually reading the proof copy. So it hasn't been published yet.
Amazing.
But Afua sent it to me.
Second trust. What was the last thing that made you cry or laugh out loud?
I actually cried just yesterday because I went to something called network spinal analysis, which is a kind of bodywork therapy. And he did this move on me, which was this tiny little move where he pressed a point in my spine and literally it released something and I started crying.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, how incredible. Do you feel good for it now?
I feel great. Absolutely amazing. Slept like a baby.
Because you had a good cry? Because like you did on your spine?
No, because I go and see network spinal analysis and it's amazing,
How often
literally.
do you go?
I go twice a week if I can.
Really?
Yeah.
God,
Better
so
than
many
therapy,
tips. So
honestly.
many tips.
Yeah.
Do you have a life motto that you live by?
My life motto would be follow your heart.
It's a good one. It's a good
Doesn't
one.
lead you astray, I don't think, ever.
That's a good one. Let's talk about your collaboration with Omnes a bit more. First of all, this stunning dress that you're wearing. You walked in today like a total vision.
I love colour, so it's perfect. for
I
me.
mean, it's
All bright
amazing on your
colour,
skin. It
yeah.
really is beautiful. The price point is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's sustainable. You talked about that. There are 4 pieces in the collection.
That's right.
So
yeah.
there's this one.
Which is made from organic cotton.
Is it? I want
Yeah.
to touch it.
Yeah.
It's really...
So it's really lovely. I'm all about things feeling great on the skin because I think if they feel good on your skin and they make you feel comfortable, then you feel more confident, and yeah, it's better for you. So
It's stunning. Stunning with your skin, stunning with the gold jewellery, and those little cutouts are just...
yeah, there's cutouts on most of the dresses that
Are there? I love that. In the
designed,
right
yeah.
place. It's really sexy,
Yeah.
flattering, and yeah, it's very current right now as well. Talk us through the other pieces in the collection.
So there's a black dress, which is made from a fabric called Reprieve, which is made actually from recycled plastic bottles, which is really great.
Amazing.
And then the other 2 dresses, the purple dress and the red dress, are made from polyester, and it's dead stock fabric, so it's reusing fabric that would
amazing.
otherwise have just ended up in landfill. So it's giving them a new life and saving, landfill sites.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And the collection is available to buy online
At omnes.com.
at omnes.com.
Yes.
Naomie, thank you so much. It's a stunning collection. Check it out, omnes.com. And yeah, thank you so much for
Thank you so much.
She is so gorgeous. How is she 46?
She looks amazing.
Don't get it.
I need to
She
know
looks
all her
incredible.
secrets.
And I really enjoyed how honest she was about her style, because I think a lot of the time those really big A-listers, they don't talk, they give quite a stock answer. But she was really honest about how she liked to feel sexy, and I thought, yeah, good on you for being, honest about that.
And she comes off social media for a month.
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing. I'd love to be able to do that. I would
Me
love
too.
to.
I
yeah.
don't think I can, if I'm honest.
I definitely
No.
can't. It's my job.
Me too. Because of work or because
I think it's work, and I think I just love the discovery of social media. I know there's obviously all the negative impacts,
Yeah.
but I generally have basically decorated my whole life and curate so much of my wardrobe, and I just love going down a deep dive and a bit kind of having a bit of a mental break, especially if you're writing or you've just come out of a meeting. Sometimes I just I just love a little bit of social. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I'm one of them. I do.
I think if you use it in the right way, it's so inspiring and it like sparks creativity and all of those kind of things. So I think you need to curate your feed and follow
Yes, all the
people that
algorithm as
inspire
well.
and make you feel good. And yeah, I couldn't do it. I can definitely do days without it, and I think that's so healthy. But yeah, I would
A
miss
month's
it.
a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
I have my main feed, which is fashion really, and I could do without that, but I have a home feed that I love, and it's a completely different feeling they both give me. I get really inspired, like you're saying, and it's more decor, but it's a very, very different.
And it's just loads of table laying, and I just love it.
It's so satisfying.
I
when
don't
you
know
see
what
those
it is about watching people lay a table.
it's
You're like,
so
oh,
nice.
It's like ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in interiors.
yes, exactly. It's literally that.
That's amazing. Right, it is the start of a new season, even though the sunshine is still here in full force, but the shops are full of gorgeous new pieces, which is very exciting. Ready for newness in all its glory. What's on your wish list, Flora?
So I have two things. I'm really obsessed with J.W. Anderson's collaboration with Welly Pets. Those little kind of like frog slipper shoes. I just think they are so fun. They're so quirky. Put them on with a pair of like, you know, your favorite jeans and like an oversized t-shirt. And it's like a really good little autumn transition. And just as we were chatting pre-show about your beautiful ballet pumps and how they're not puddle friendly, Welly Pets. You know, you could dance to work in those. So it'll be absolutely fine. And then I'm obsessed with Ray, which is Matches Fashion's own brand. And I always think their denim's incredible. But they've just done a new line of long sleeve t-shirt dresses in white and black. And they are so chic and stunning and incredibly comfortable. You could wear them if you were taking a flight, or just wear them with trainers in the office and just put some fabulous sunglasses on. And I just literally bought them both in two colours. They're just amazing.
Flight, perfect.
Yeah.
I love Ray.
I find it tricky on flights because I will just go to totally comfort first if it's a long haul.
But it's so much
But actually
chicer than a kind of
yes,
tracksuit situation, actually having a beautiful flowy dress in really good quality.
But you could still
cotton.
sleep in it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good taste.
Brian, what have you got?
So I've got two things on my list. I really love the Miu Miu. They're kind of like cargo pants / jeans-ish in khaki. They're so cool. They're kind of low rise, really, really nice. And also a Kate Brown slouchy suede bag. I don't know what the name is, but it's one of their new.
Oh, that looks
It's so nice, just simple. I'm liking the kind of simple stripped back vibe at the moment. So yeah, that's on my list.
Mine's actually really similar. It's an Arquette slouchy suede bag, but like a crossbody bag. I didn't think I'd be one of the crossbody bag girls. But
Yeah, you are.
I don't know. I quite like a classic bag.
Is it a big bag? Small?
Yeah, it looks quite big. It's like that big, but you wear it across your body.
Oh, I like that.
And it's like an autumn update. So yeah, can't wait for that.
Aren't you into some loafers?
I also
I
love loafers. I love loafers. So I've been looking at this GH Bass, which do like your classic like, men's loafer.
Yeah.
I'm going to get those.
I bought some.
Did you?
In brown and white.
The brown.
I got them last year and I wore them a lot.
Did you?
They're really
okay.
well made.
Are
So I'm
they
thinking brown
comfy?
and
Yes.
black.
Very.
Okay, because I feel like loafers can be so hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
And
they
you
are
have to spend
and
about
a
stiff.
year
Yeah.
breaking
No,
it.
they're very comfy.
Yeah.
Alex Eagle does a really nice driving loafer too.
Oh.
What are you
I'm
into?
all-
What are you looking
everything
at?
in brown. I mean, I'm always wearing brown, every shade of it. But there's LK Bennett's just brought out a gorgeous trench, quite stiff, so you can pop the collar,
Nice.
and it's a sort of chocolate and caramel stripe, thin stripes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
very
that.
into it. Nice belt. Yes, with a boot.
Lovely.
But not yet, maybe in a couple of weeks. Next up, we spent the day with Maya Luckie. See what goes on behind the scenes in a typical day in the life of SheerLuxe's marketing director.
Hi.
Good morning, Maya.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How you doing?
I'm good. Back in the office.
Back in the office. I've had a week and a half off. Straight back into it.
I'm going to ask you straight away what you're wearing today because it looks pretty cool.
I'm wearing a co-ord set from Fourth and Reckless and my shoes are from Juicy. I know, it's pyjamas at work kind of day. I'm easing myself in with cozy outfits.
And what is the plan today? Why are we in here?
So we're just about to test, our first live of Bambuza, which is like a live shopping application we're basically introducing at the start of every month. We've never done it before, so this is our first test of it, so I'm sure it's going to be slightly painful getting it all connected.
The girls look fairly. They're fairly stressed over there, if I'm being honest.
We'll be manning the chat,
Yeah.
so people can ask questions around like sizing and things. A bit like how TikTok Shop is, but on our website. So, like, it's great to have people consuming on socials and everything, but you kind of want to own the behaviour that you have with your audience rather than relying on other channels all the time. So
it says here it's connected, so it should be okay. Now the only thing you need to do, this is all you need to do,
Okay.
then enable streaming at the top, and you just need to put the URL.
If I click join live show now, will that stream straight to Facebook?
This should take me into the app, yeah?
I'm
in!
Yay! Great.
And if everything's green, then you can start the show.
Yeah, we're just going to test it.
Perfect. Thanks so much for your help.
I think
Bit of back and forth. There's a lot going on, but hopefully this is it.
It's quite technical. Are you like the mastermind behind this live
Do you know
stream?
what?
then?
I'm
Is that
really
the-
not, but I have to be.
start show.
Got it?
It's at the bottom. Yeah, it's quite small. Don't know how you get rid of it.
It's not as small.
Professional streamer.
The live stream.
Where are all these massive bottles coming from?
Well, Daisy and I are the only ones that have them. Because we're Stanley OGs. They're original.
Good job.
Stanley came to the UK like 4 months ago, and Daisy and I were so excited because we honestly had been contemplating shipping one from America.
What's the USP?
Like they're
It looks cool.
ginormous. That's like my full water take for the day. It keeps it cold for 2 days.
Probably easier.
Actually looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
How are you?
Hey Charlotte.
Charlotte's calling from Mallorca because she's still stuck in Mallorca from this air traffic.
Wow.
Daisy came back today, but on her original flight, she was never like caught up in the madness. But she was like, yeah, if I was going to delay it, I was going to have to text Charlotte and say, can I come stay with you? Over. We are going through the List branding. The List is launching in a few weeks, and it's essentially our nomination of women that we think are doing amazing things in their industries or their profession or in the past year. So it's called the List from Sherlock's, and we're going to launch one every single year. It's the first one. I think live text ideally. I think font-wise we need to make it work with our current Sherlock's body copy.
Yeah, I think that's the...
We want this something to be returned for people searching for impressive women in whatever, you know, like that. There will be people on the internet looking for that. So I think then if you finalise that XD, we'll share it off and we'll tell them the live date, we'll say when it's going to be built by, and then we just need to list out, these are like the 2 tweaks, the background colour and this font title once it's built. We're rebranding Lux Girl to be Lux Gen.
It'll be really worth it.
And with that we're creating a new Lux Gen hub.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing.
We're making sure that we've got like really good social integration on the site, and it's got a mix of articles, you know, shoppable product, TikToks, Instagram.
I wore this the day after my wedding, and like we went down to this like wild swimming lane and hot tub. I had a PM for me. But everyone was just like hanging around for ages up at the house, and I was like, so we're gonna go this weekend. They were like, we're waiting for you to get ready. I was like, this is an outfit!
That is...
I know it's a lovely feature.
Meet the LG.
Meet the LG
That's the obvious one.
Yeah, because there's nothing that can be shaved off now in terms of functionality or like new design. It still look amazing. I know.
Yeah,
and
it is.
January, February we'll reintroduce things.
Exactly.
Like the money will still be spent, but just over one
Yeah.
We've been going through all the XD files. We've had the costs back from our web agency, but it's coming in a bit over budget. So we've just been going through the designs to see where we can compromise a little bit in terms of functionality, maybe scale back.
Do you guys find it quite hard because you get quite attached to the process?
I'm the only one that says no. And even Charlotte's like, love it, let's do it. And I'm like, guys, be real.
It's like when he goes into a suite.
Guys, you've all got these massive bottles.
Oh yeah, but to be fair, Becky gave
Maya's
this to
been
me.
telling me about these.
She's got the proper Stanley ones. These are like the knockoff version.
Oh, they're the fake versions. They're not branded.
It's like a not unbranded one. It does actually leak. But
Sorry for pointing that out on camera.
I still love
I wouldn't have said anything if I knew.
No, they're still really good, and they keep your drink cold for like 12 hours. So
12 hours. I think the official ones are 2 days.
2 days. Not as high tech as that, but
They look cool though.
yeah, they do actually.
So, what are you up to, Heather?
Lots of things, but at the moment, I guess most excitingly, me and Georgina are working on the second book club podcast, the community. The book we're doing this time, it's under my humongous pile, but it's The List by Naomie, which we're really excited about. Lots of people have read it now.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of buzz on the community.
Quite a lot of buzz. It's definitely been one of the books of the summer. Well, it has been the book of the summer, I'd say.
Totally.
But Naomie's actually coming on our podcast.
Oh, cool.
Next week.
Next week.
So yeah, we've asked lots of people to send us questions so we can discuss the book and put any questions that people have for her to her and hear what she thinks and why she wrote the book in person. If you've got any questions, go on the book club community and get typing.
Have you been through the wedding photos yet, Henry?
We haven't, no.
I was going to edit out loads of stuff from the teaser video to go on my Instagram, because obviously my Instagram is like very fashion heavy, so I was going to take out like the other people and like the beers and stuff, and Callum's like, why would you do that?
Take out Callum.
Yeah. But we've had all our photos back and he was like, okay, so they're all of you.
So is this your first day in the life?
I've done like BTS stuff before.
You've done all the TikTok
I
ones?
do social day in the life,
they pop up.
I don't get followed around. I've never been followed around for a day,
I bet Maya's going to get a skinny cat.
Yeah.
Definitely not with oat milk.
Dave's going to get an oat milk latte. No, cat. Oh, really?
Always cat.
Where's the spot? Where are we going?
We're going to Minnow. And we even get 50% off here because we are local business.
How's your day going? What are you up to
Good,
today?
busy. It's first day back. Again, I took a few days with the bank holiday. Managed to get home safely without
'cause
any...
Charlotte was on the call earlier.
Charlotte's still out there.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Our photographer is called Antonia Katerina, and she's fabulous. It's like the morning getting ready. That's my bestie, Louise.
Hang on, the best ones are coming. So did you have a full glam squad?
I just had one makeup artist and one hairstylist.
And how was it getting your photos back? Like, were you nervous or excited? Or
I was a bit nervous because I know that she's a great photographer because I've seen things I love, but she's very editorial in her style, and Callum wanted more of a relaxed photo style because we haven't seen those yet.
So that was the moment he saw you?
I think it is just... It's my niece, Nellie, but she had this tiny baby white robe.
I was going to say, what did she... No, you're joking.
I'll show you.
oh, nice.
And her hairbrush.
Look at the tootsies. How do you even get a robe that small?
They're she said it's film props. She ordered it off Amazon. Best day of my life.
Did you just keep looking at Callum like we're married?
Yeah, I was just so happy. Everyone kept saying to me afterwards, you just keep smiling, staring at him the whole time, and I was like, I'm so happy right now.
We haven't seen Minnie today.
Snorers. This is Minnie. Oh my god, she's just... Sorry, I've got loads to do, but this dog is just too much.
You've got a very broad range of meetings today, different subjects.
That's my job, it is quite different. I basically anything project-based at Sheila sits under me, but it is extremely...
It's quite cool, you get to chat with all the different characters of the office.
Yeah, so now we're having a TikTok shop meeting because we are going to hopefully introduce TikTok shop to Sheila and Luxgirl very soon. Daisy's had various calls with TikTok team in the UK about how it all works, so now we just all need to get together and have a kick-off and make a plan about what we do, how we approach it.
And they recommend only doing one product on a TikTok because otherwise it gets confusing, which is all the examples I've seen. I don't know if you're the same, Kate.
Yeah. So that's why you see all these emerging beauty brands in trying to launch in the UK via TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Because they're using them as their e-com platform.
That's on here.
It's not.
That's on
here. Yeah, thank you, I can see, yes.
Let's brainstorm some content ideas for both SLLG, then we can kick off next week.
Yeah.
And you guys can approve the concepts.
I honestly think with TikTok shop, the more obvious you are about it, the better. I know it feels addy in comparison to the way that we do paid content because we make it way more advertorial. Oh look, cocktail van. Hi! Yeah, good, thanks. How you doing? How was your wedding? Oh, it's amazing. It looks beautiful. We had one at our wedding. Did you? We had, not this van, that would be very extra. After dinner, espresso martinis instead of coffee.
Nice.
But mixing 140 espresso martinis at the same time is obviously impossible, so we did it in cans. and everyone got a glass on their table and the little can, and then everyone was just like shaking them up and then pouring them.
Cool.
It was really fun.
It's our pina colada.
Nice.
It's completely vegan. There you go.
Thank you. Oh my god, it's so nice and cold. I feel like you can only drink it on holiday though.
Ours are slightly different in the sense the fact that they're not made with cream. They're made with
oh my god.
yeah, so they haven't got that creaminess that you normally get, so they're not as filling, and you can have more of them.
Delicious.
How is it? Nice?
So good. Are you gonna have one?
Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take one. Thank you.
I'm about to do a podcast. This is perfect fuel for chat. Someone needs to get a photo like this.
Did you get that?
Yeah, of course.
Did you? Yeah.
Have you seen this brand?
No, what is it?
It's called Simi Hayes.
Is it the girl called Simi?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's really cool.
Nice. That is very satisfying.
It's all just quite novel.
Yeah.
Like good colours. It's really nice.
So email addresses have been set up.
I'm really happy with Bryony.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, I'd be up for it if you guys are.
The conversation's about to go up a level.
It smells like a holiday in a can. Oh, it's lovely.
We're about to record the team podcast.
With the crew. You've all got your pina coladas ready.
Yeah.
Mine's ready to crack open loudly on the podcast.
We've already cracked it.
What is the topic of conversation for this?
I mean, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
That's
The
it.
wedding and the honeymoon and
It's a chunk. It's not the
Yeah.
whole thing. It's not a
No.
podcast about my
no,
wedding.
but it has some questions. I haven't decided which ones we're going to ask, but I'm going to talk about bed rotting later on.
From
It's
weddings
gross,
to
isn't
bed
it?
rotting.
To bed rotting. And then Polly's got a little feature on skinny jeans being back.
The resurgence of skinny jeans.
A nice way to end the day.
Yeah, it's been a fun day, Maya. Lots of meetings, lots of office time. Cool. See you later.
Look at that newlywed glow. I wish you could bottle that. I love all the behind the scenes banter. This office.
Love it.
So much going on.
They're fun. I know. A lot going on. What are you obsessed with? Whether it's beauty, interiors, culture, any telly, fashion? Not
I've
fashion.
got a really good telly recommendation that I started watching the other night, and it's called The Good Mother. And it's based on a true story, and it's about how women took down the mafia in Italy. And it's told from the female perspective.
Oh, wow.
It's really, really good. It's really good. It's subtitles, so you feel really clever watching it. But I quite like subtitles because then you really concentrate.
You don't look
at your phone. You're really engrossed in the TV show. Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus is great.
Yeah, I would highly recommend.
Okay, love
That's
that.
good.
I love a telly recommendation.
Same. I hate sitting there and trying to figure it out. And then by the time I've done that, it's time for bed.
Yeah,
I
haven't watched anything.
Same.
I have a recommendation group chat. So like, you put in your TV shows with my friends, and then like, so when you're lost for something to watch, you just scroll through the chat.
That's such a good idea.
And it's not like a social chat. No one's going, hey, how are you? It's just a recommendation.
That's brilliant. I love that. It's business. We're
Don't-
here for
Yeah,
business.
I don't want to know about your day.
Do people get removed from the group if they chit chat?
Well, no, just move it to the other
You're
group,
out.
okay?
Someone's like, "What's your coffee order?" You're out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Guys, what have you got?
I think I've just made myself out to be a real interior obsessive, but I'm really getting into, I think, gearing up for Freeze at the moment. So looking at a lot of artists, and one artist who I've been following for some time is Christabel McGreevy. And I absolutely loved her paintings when she was doing that. She's now doing all these incredible ceramic vases.
Oh.
And they're usually kind of almost with like Picasso-esque faces and loads of cowboy boots. And they're so fun and they're so cool. And you kind of imagine them if they were on your mantelpiece. They'd be a real showstopper.
Ooh.
So definitely check her out. But
I
I'm
love
pretty
that.
obsessed right
I
now.
love also how not random, but different this little segment is. Oh, get your words out, Louise.
Mine is very random. There's this girl, I was just saying I'm very into TikTok. There's this girl I think she's based in Miami called Danielle. She's just Danielle, I think, on TikTok. And she just shares all these random things she makes. They're like snacks, anything from cottage cheese on toast. Not that I even eat cottage cheese, but I just like, I like watching her eat it. And I just find her concoctions. She was the girl that actually made Joe and the Juice kind of go viral again, I think, in America. But her and her husband are just so sweet, so much fun, and they just sit there crunching these different snacks, and I love it. I'm obsessed. She gives me really good ideas, and also very into Pinterest at the moment, which I had like such a break.
100% it is.
Now I'm really obsessed and just kind of building all these little boards and having different kind of.
And the algorithm on it is just so great. So it's
it's
always
so
giving you
good.
exactly what you want to see.
I just love it. And I love making boards. I've got like 50.
It's so good.
It's come back, and it's the most trusted social media platform, which is interesting. And also you go there, I feel like the spirit in which people are on it is different to the other ones.
Completely agree.
You're just there for like happy.
It's
feel
good.
good.
It's not
motivating.
there's no self. It's not about you, is it? We get a lot of brides that will make Pinterest boards for their weddings. And they'll send me the Pinterest board. And I think it's such a great tool because they can see all this imagery and put it together and give it to you as like, this is my mood board. Can you please create this? So I think it's such a good tool for that.
I don't think it will ever go out of.
No.
I think it's the one.
It's funny you say that because it's not about things from 5 years ago will suddenly be the biggest looked at thing. So it's not obsessed, like you said, the algorithm's purely what people want rather than like what they're trying to push and what's cool right now or what celebrity just broke up with another celebrity.
I love it because you actually learn so much from Pinterest. Like a image will come up and you'll be like, oh my God, that's an incredible photographer. And then you go down another rabbit hole.
And then you can click into that.
Exactly. And I just love it. It's so good for exploring. And as you said, only good intentions, only positive vibes.
Yes, love it. Well, my culture thing is actually hand-painted stationery by this girl called Clementina Sketchbook. And I'm a stationery nerd. I love it. And she'll make anything bespoke, or you can choose from the sort of, but you can say, I want that colour border with that colour envelope, and then can you put the bunny with the whatever.
Oh, it's so chic.
It's so chic.
Oh,
and it's really, I just think when you receive a lovely note.
There's nothing better.
Thank you notes are so important.
Thank you, letter writer. You guys good at that.
I actually, my algorithm on Instagram, not that I'm even remotely getting married, is wedding stationery.
Is it?
Wedding stationery keeps coming up and keeps following me. And it's like menus, like, you know, like when people have like these, people really go into the menus now at their weddings. And I just think it's such a good, people are like hand painting them. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. I've got a fountain pen.
Why not?
Casual brag.
And I manually fill it up with ink. I do.
That is so
little twisty thing.
exciting.
I love it. I think I'm secretly 150 years old.
I love that.
It's okay. It's okay. On that note, that's it. Thank you so much, guys. To Kasia, Flora, and Bryony, and of course Naomi and the SL team. On next week's show, Charlotte is back, fresh from New York Fashion Week. Hope she took her electrolytes. Nana is chatting autumn style, plus we have a workwear style special and lots more. In the meantime, we would love it if you could comment below, give us a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you haven't yet. Have a wonderful day, guys, wherever you are. Bye.